What's up, guys? This is Darius from Vanguard, North Carolina. I'm going to be taking you through a mobility class, movement mobility class today, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first exercise we have, we're going to be doing a squat with a thoracic rotation to the stand. So we're just going to start off, feet about shoulder width apart. We want to squat down, grab up under the toes, open up on both sides with that thoracic rotation, push those knees back, and then we're standing up, all right? We're going to go through that again. Going down into that squat, grabbing up under the toes, making sure we get a good thoracic rotation in on each side. Push those knees back into full knee extension, stretch those hamstrings, and we're standing back up. All right, let's go through another rep. We'll move on to our next exercise. So we're squatting, grab up under the toe, thoracic rotation, push those knees back to full extension, stretch those hamstrings, and then we're standing up to that full extension, all right? That was our first exercise. Next one we have, we're going downward dog into a cobra, so we'll be starting out in a high plank position. From this high plank position, we will be pushing those hips up in the air, trying to get those heels down on the ground. This is the downward dog position. So you're trying to get the heels down on the ground. You're stretching that back side of the leg, the hamstring calf area. After holding for about 3 to 5 seconds, we're going to alternate it down into a cobra, all right? With the cobra, we want to make sure our chest is up. We're pushing those hips into the ground. And we're stretching that core area. Let's go through about 3 rotations, all right? So back in the downward dog, pushing those heels into the ground, hips up, hold for 3 to 5 seconds. And then we're down into that cobra, all right? Again, downward dog, pushing those heels into the ground, hips up, rolling it over into a cobra. And we're just going to hold. Finish it out right here. 3, 2, 1. And time. Good. All right. Moving on to our next exercise. We're going to stay in that high plank position. This time we're going to move into a world's greatest stretch. So we're starting out in that high plank position again. If we're going to start on that right side, bring that right foot up to the right hand. We're going to open up with that thoracic rotation. Bring it back down, taking that foot back. Switching over to the other side, left foot comes up the side of the left hand, opening up to that thoracic rotation, back down, taking that foot back. Let's go through one more time. Bringing that foot up, right side, opening up into the thoracic rotation, taking that hand back down, and we're putting our foot back. Switching over to the other side, left foot comes up to the left hand. We're opening with thoracic rotation, and we're back down, all right? Good. Now, moving on to our next exercise. We have the Spider-Man stretch. So with this one, again, we're starting out kind of in that high plank position. This time, we're bringing that foot up. We're going to bring that right hand around, and we're just going to touch the right foot on the front side, all right? Holding for 3 to 5 seconds. Bringing it back around, taking that foot back, switching over to that other side. You take that knee down to the ground, come around on the inside of the leg, touch that left foot, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, and then we're bringing it back, all right? Going through one more time. Right foot comes up to right hand. Bringing that right hand up under the leg on the inside. Touching that right toe. Bringing the hand back on the inside of the foot. Taking that foot back. And we're switching over to that other side. Left foot comes up to the left hand. We're going to take that left hand on the inside of the leg. Bring it around the calf. And and touch that toe. All right, hold it for 3 to 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right, moving on to our next one. We got the pigeon pose. So with the pigeon pose, we want to make sure that we are bringing that foot up. We want it in a 90-90 angle, or you can work your way up to that 90-90 between at the knee and the hip, where we're just bringing that foot up. And we just want to sit back into that stretch. Notice how my hips are tilted to the side. You want to be to where your knee is in the ground. Obviously, there's a little lift just because of my lack of hip mobility. But you just want to sit back into that position and hold, all right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. We're going to bring that same leg up that we just had in front of the body up into a half kneeling position. We're not going to switch over to that other side yet. We're just going to bring that same leg up into a half kneeling position. We want that arm, that left arm, to be extended up towards the ceiling. Turn it to the inside. And we're just going to push that hip forward. So we're just pushing our hips forward, making sure we're squeezing that left side glute. And we're hyperextending right at the hip, all right? If you want to add on to it, you could add in that lateral flexion while also pushing those hips forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand time. Good. All right. That same leg. We're not switching yet. We're just going to bring that same leg out in front of the body. Still in that half kneeling position. We want to put all of our weight into that leg. So pushing down on that leg. If you want to add on to it, you can grab that toe. Add in a calf stretch if you'd like. But we're just putting all our weight into that front leg, stretching the hamstring area. And if you want to, you can add on the calf, or you're pulling that toe up towards the body. All right. Good. Hold for about 20 to 30 seconds. Next one we have, we're just going to take that same leg out to the side, stretch the inside of the leg, the adductor area. You can slide that left knee out if you would like, but just try to keep that inside of that foot on the ground. And again, we're just sitting away from that leg, just letting gravity do the most part, just sinking down into the stretch, pushing that foot against the floor, and keeping that leg straight and extended. Holding for about 20 to 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right. Now we can switch over to that other leg. So we're starting back with our pigeon pose. So that left leg is coming out front. Again, we want to start to where we get that leg into that 90, or that leg into that 90-90 position. We're on a 90-degree angle at the knee, 90-degree angle at the hip. We're just going to try to push that leg back as far as we can. And you want to shift your hips over to the center. So what it should look like, once you work on this enough, you could have enough core strength to actually be upright in this position, but I need to work on my hip mobility. Go right here in this position, holding for about 20 to 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right. Remember, sticking with that same side leg. Bringing that left knee up. We're going into that hip glide first, so stretching that hip area. Want that right arm to be up on the opposite side. Let's turn it to the inside. Extend that arm all the way up, just like you're reaching for the sky. And now we're just pushing that hip forward, squeezing that right side glute, and we're holding for about 20 to 30 seconds. All right. You're going to add on a stretch for the lateral part of the torso. We can just tilt to the side and add that in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right. Now, stand on that same leg. We're just going to rock back. Stretching that hamstring area. We're going to put all of our weight into this leg, into this front leg. So we're just putting all our weight into that, stretching the hamstring area. Again, going to stretch that calf. You can reach down, grab the toes, try to pull them up towards the body, all right? So we're just holding right here. Hold for about 20 to 30 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Now we're taking it out to the side. Remember, we can slide that right knee over if we would like. But for this stretch, we're pretty much letting gravity do the work. Keeping that inside of that foot on the ground. And we're just sinking our hips down into the stretch. Stretching the adductor area, insides of the thighs. We're just holding for 20 to 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right. Moving on to our next stretch. Going into a child's pose. So we're going to start out in all fours on the hands and knees. What I want you to do is just to push those hips back, glutes back to the heels, extend those arms overhead, and we're just pushing our head through the shoulders, all right? Make sure we're sinking back, sinking those glutes back to the heels as far as we can, and we're outstretching those arms as far as possible, all right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Next one we have, same kind of thing, but we're just going to be threading the needle this time. So we're going into that child's pose again with this right arm. We're going to shoot it through the hole on this other side. Outstretch that arm again, and we're sinking those glutes back to the heels, turning that head along with the direction that your arm is going. All right. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Same thing going into the other side. So we're taking this left arm this time, threading the needle, outstretching that right arm overhead, and we're just sinking those glutes back to the heels, all right? Holding for 20 to 30 seconds. Make sure we get that head turn in there as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right. Moving on to our next stretch. We got the scorpion stretch. So this time we're going to be laying on our stomachs in that prone position. We want our arms outstretched to the side. We're just going to we'll start out on the right side. So we're just going to take the right foot or the right heel, and we're bringing it over to the other side of the body, trying to get that foot as high as possible up to that opposing hand, all right? You can go ahead and turn your head as well. Instead of keeping it straight, go ahead and relax and turn your head, but keep that right arm outstretched, all right? Holding for 20 to 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly roll out. Now we're switching over to that other side. So taking the left foot and bringing it up to the right opposing hand, all right? Keeping that left arm outstretched, holding for 20 to 30 seconds. Good, guys. Keep working. Keep working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right. Moving on to our next stretch, we have the 90-90 position with the arm sweeps. So we're going to be in a sideline position on a 90-degree angle at the hip with a 90-degree angle at the knee. Arms are outstretched in front of the body. Palms are on top of each other. We're just going to take that top hand and we're sweeping around all the way over to the other side until we get to where our shoulder blades are flat on the ground, all right? After that, we're bringing it right back over the top of the head, over top of the other palm. Same kind of thing. We're just staying in that range of motion overhead. So bringing that arm overhead, trying to keep that hand from lifting off the ground. Get those shoulder blades flat on the ground. Hold for about 3 to 5 seconds. Then we're bringing it back over onto the other hand. Last time. Bringing that top hand overhead. Rotating all the way over until those shoulder blades are flat on the ground. And then we're bringing it back overhead, all right? Bringing that hand back over top of the other one. Let's switch over to that other side. Same kind of thing. 90-degree angle at the hip, 90-degree angle at the knees. Hands are on top of each other. Just bringing that arm over top until those shoulder blades become flat on the ground. Keep that other arm outstretched. Hold for about 3 to 5 seconds. And then we're bringing it back overhead, all right? Till those palms are back on top of each other. Going again, staying in that overhead motion. Keeping that hand on the ground as best we can. Shoulder blades become flat. Hold for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then we're bringing it back over to the other side. Last time, top hand comes overhead. Try to keep that hand from lifting off the ground. Bring it all the way over till those shoulder blades become flat on the ground. Hold for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then we are bringing it back over on top of the other hand. All right. Last stretch of the day, guys. Last stretch of the day. We got the 90-90 quad hip stretch. So with this one, we want that top leg to kind of be in the same position that we were just in that 90-90 position, 90-degree angle at the hip, 90-degree angle at the knee. This bottom leg, though, we're going into a quad hip stretch. So with this top hand, you're grabbing that bottom foot, keeping it as close to the ground as possible, while with the bottom hand, we're pulling this leg up, keeping it in that 90-90 position, and we're just going to turn our shoulders to where we are square with the ceiling, all right? Let's hold for about 10 to 15 seconds on this stretch. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Flipping it around to the other side. Same kind of thing. That top leg is in the 90-90 position. Top arm reaches down and grabs the bottom foot. Bottom hand, they're keeping that leg right there in the 90-90 position. Once we get set up, we're just turning our shoulders to where we are square with the ceiling, all right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. 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 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Holding for 10, 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. All right, guys, that does it for the movement mobility class today. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys have a great weekend. See ya.